So I have 3 teams. He plays for a whole other team now.
That's our guest speaker. Oh, okay.
No, we don't travel. They travel across the country.
David, okay. David is the first vice president until July 1st. So we're just in the process of well, they've been elected.
I just got in the group chat right at the right in the beginning.
Drafted by someone, you'll make some more money than you make as a normal person would make. I'm going. He wants to make more than that. I let him know how much I make. And I said, you got to go above that.
And with cheese, there's 3 of that.
Yeah.
Or just cheese.
And that's what my wife is tonight, stay here. She's dropping him off in Sugar Land practice, and then coming back to drop my daughter off at dance. And she's a dance trophy person. They travel too. Right behind me, there's places right there.
It's built with
It's on the back side of the on that strip.
I'm not familiar, but I've seen it in traffic. There's no cafe available there. It is.
Well, I pay one meal, I pay the other meal. We kind of toss up which one's going to be the cheapest. Okay, man, you get to break this time, I'll take this.
I think they just have agreement.
Yeah, she's going up to some recital in Dallas, and it's and that's not including her uniform. Could be twins.
She was thinking she'll be here in a few minutes. I mean, if you want to sit here, there's no space, but you're welcome.
We have a whole rainbow. Well, we're doing like more diversity stuff now, so we're trying to get the whole rainbow.
No, the menu screen just be ordering.
Okay, yes, okay, cool.
One more,
Okay.
please.
Okay. Well, you. Fine, so good.
Okay.
Yeah, like what on this bag.
Oh, stop there.
I want the
Normally, I like.
and an actual.
Showing up, man.
Just before the breakfast.
I think it's scary.
Here it is on that page.
So I do electronic payments and stuff. Somebody just see, I'm just looking this up. Why would somebody be asking for a business loan out of Belleville, Washington? You know what I mean? Here's the text. I was getting ready to send it. He knows my name.
Oh, yeah, I got that. And then, you know what, the ones that they want to send you with your name, and they say your package, cannot be delivered until the shipping amount is paid.
Lydia, our incoming first vice. Chris Bowman, our almost newest member.
Hope so.
Yes, treasurer. She's our Leo advisor for this year.
What is your name?
Daniel Lee. You said
Leo advisor, or our high school and middle school branch. Cicely Taylor, she's with the.
What's your name?
and this is me too.
I don't know is because I usually put it up on my website. The contact information is on the website.
No, he passed away. Daniel Rodgers.
That's what I was hearing when I.
Katy Lions Club, he's on Katy.
So you give him something here, so we and then Eric and then
Say yes to my member later on tonight.
Oh, no. See, realtor just impressed because I do hard money loans for investment stuff. And I bet you that might be him. Like you see, she just texted that.
Yeah, I'm not
Jerome Rogers.
Tawana! Okay. Okay. So you okay with it, Jonathan?
Some of those hidden jewels.
It's got really nice ground.
Yes, yes.
Morgan, sit over here.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Yeah,
We're very glad to welcome you. Yeah, no, we're just, we are currently,
JD,
He's not here yet.
which is a gym owner, so he's a big
Oh, he's on.
Yeah, you won't be able to miss him. He's like, he's in another group of mine. He's like 6'2", 6'3", maybe 6'4". He's a big boy. You'll see him.
and I do family.
He's got a beard and everything, so he looks like a man.
I think that I get
Yeah, unless he shaved it off since yesterday.
3 members of our local BNI chapters actually.
He's in my BNI.
Back at Katy Lions Club. We are.
But his business is right there, right up here past I-10 where Salada is. It's in that strip mall. Right in that same building.
Mason.
Yeah, faces Mason. Yeah. Yeah. He might even be right next to Salada, or there might be something in between there. I can't remember.
So he owns I'm not thinking he's gonna join our health fair on diabetes. Someone is coming in.
I mean, there's a few of them.
It's not the gentleman that.
it was the closest one to my house.
Yeah, I mean,
Because I'm geographically just right there.
I brought cards. I didn't know if we passed business cards around.
Yes, I'm there. The meeting closed here.
no, so we are in the map. So this month we're here.
But I'm sure when we run, I'm very familiar with Lions Club. I've done a lot of, not where I was a member of the Lions Club, but where I did a lot of volunteer cookouts, all that stuff. Well, because I never did it because of Michigan, if you can tell from my Canadian accent. I moved down here in 2012.
I don't hear any Canadian.
I'll give you a couple margaritas. Hey, yes, guys.
You hear my Boston accent?
A little bit. I was going to ask you.
How are you?
You sound like you're right over there.
No, that's
You may want to slide over so you can get out easier. Or as long as it's moving there, I don't know.
So what part of Michigan are you from?
I was born and raised in Paisley.
You want to sit over here? I'll
We
move
moved
over.
down here. We were living in a suburb of Grand Rapids
Oh, okay.
called Rockford.
My sister lived, she was a teacher at
Is anyone right there?
Okay.
No, well, the tripod is.
her house was in Grand Blanc.
Okay.
And then my brother lived in Kalamazoo for years.
Yeah. So Hastings is in the middle of Grand Rapids, Kalamazoo, and Battle Creek. Little farm community. I was in FFA, used to milk dairy cows.
Frankenmuth was just on Facebook again this past week. I was surprised to see it.
Yeah.
Umesh, you want to sit here?
I said 4 new members.
That way,
I was very specific when I said.
he'll be ready.
When you speak over there. Just anywhere over there. Use a tripod to turn it in that direction.
David's got that guy to get in.
Oh, all right. Chris. Oh, nice to meet you.
How you doing? You look like you're feeling better.
Lady's name so I can introduce.
It takes a while to get back up to power, that's okay.
And the other lady advertised it's against giving a couple months, so we don't have to I just can't.
What are you gonna do, you know?
Two?
Well,
There's just one. But it's fine.
you're in quesadilla an hour.
I wish my handwriting was as that. My handwriting is not good at all.
I wrote it out for that.
Don't you wonder if
I can't remember. It's P something P.
Easter every year, just like the food shops, so, you know?
He's not usually, I don't know, so this is great. They can't sit there because the tripod's there.
Hey, Michelle.
You want to order food too, ma'am, right? She wants to order food too.
As you sent it, so you got to get the voice digitally.
I want the mini chimichangas combo. I know these are all separate.
So that would explain entirely why.
You know they're all separate, right?
Somebody was saying it
Check this one check?
No,
Is it like the rainbow check?
yes, everything except the checks except for.
No, that's what
Everyone else, they gotta get the. No, okay, so before you leave tonight,
we need to be trying to want your brain.
I want
I mean, that's fine. All right, that's, like, we're about to do this before we leave tonight.
Ready for order? One check together? One check together? Yeah, this would have put it, they don't know the striking rate.
Oh, he's paying for steak.
Yeah, David. David.
No, they'll set up paper. Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. ¿Quieren agua? Agua para la señora y un agua para él, no ice, right? That's all the pork? Yes, sir.
I'll do that, and then I have one of those, but can I get another one?
What's all? Somebody ready to order?
I already ordered quesadilla, steak quesadilla, 20 minutes ago.
Ask if you want this for asking for the lady. This to me it is the service. The lady was working for me to get it.
Oh, she
when I ask for you, hey, somebody want to order something for the lady? He says no. What's that order for you? Quesadilla? The full order quesadilla or the half order? Half order with the steak quesadilla. I got you. Just coming out. Sorry.
It might be. Can you get in here? Can you squeeze? And I said, can you get in?
And the ready, sir, or need more time?
Everybody
Baja los menús, por favor.
I have tried so many times. I don't even give up.
it won't go away.
I will delete them all and restart if I have to. 6:55. So what I'm saying is, so basically the process is welcome everyone to Katy Lions Club. This is our community. This is Crystal Padilla. Share with me, and then you give to me. I'll read out some numbers. I'll introduce Christy. Perfect. No, you can do it. Perfect. So,
Only to see us.
Are we missing anyone?
I'm sure we are, but I don't really care at this point. Because we're like 25 minutes late, so I don't really care. So, whatever you'd like to start, you're welcome to start. I would love to start.
I don't turn into a pumpkin until 11:30.
Okay, then, things to do.
You have a election tonight?
Hey, it's with her, so you know.
Oh.
No, I don't eat them. My husband usually eats them. They're served with the dip. And I won't eat them.
Mango, regular margarita.
What do you do, sir?
No, I stay away from them all evening.
Question. It's kind of like me as well.
You're
like, what do you do?
9 years old, so you can eat the hottest. But you have to understand, my for some reason,
I have a brother that's like that. I give him like candy. And it's like breathing the air when he bites it. Makes me
when you're going to Spanish.
But I was an active for 10 years.
I think it's good so they can
My
learn.
own pharmaceutical business. I worked in
He already knew
manufacturing
Chinese,
and
and then when he started kindergarten over at the international,
you can have in pharmaceuticals. I
I know, they got him into
when I landed in America, I went to America.
languages. They
I was a
wound up having
marketing manager of a pharmaceutical company, international company. I employed 69 reps, medical representatives under me. Here,
There was just too much
medical representative job.
It's a Chinese daycare.
I said, can you please give me writing? She said, you're joking. I said, I'm not joking. I just want to be writing so that whenever I go somewhere else, I make sure I know what I'm doing. She says, no. You're not qualified. I said, somebody. She said, maybe there are difficult people. And I've died 3 times. Different from I said, there's some other factor given. Like sometimes, my age, 50 years, that you might not want to employ somebody who's only now that one. She said, no, what's your qualifications? I said, I have a master's in microbiology.
I mean, when I was a kid, I was learning German, so I could understand
for 3
it.
years.
I remember we had this one guy that lived by
That's
America.
abroad. This is America, he said. I said, okay, thank you very much. So,
Going through all the different things I did.
so for 6-7 years,
French for 3 years.
I didn't have it.
I finally was able to give him directions in German.
And I said, Chicago is better.
But I didn't stop to think about it because he was talking to me in German. I understood what he was saying to me. So then I just realized that I was thinking about it.
7 years
And I
plus.
noticed when I was kids. Because I never continued to study that word. But my next door neighbors were from Germany.
I want to welcome you all to the Katy Lions Club this evening. This is a pleasure to see all these beautiful faces smiling away. Katy Lions Club is about to come up to their 50th anniversary very shortly, which is quite it's exciting that the club could last that long. We all represent Lionism, which is Lions International is the largest service organization in the entire world. So all the good deeds we do come under the umbrella of Lionism, and we do many, which you'll find out as time goes on. But they're all for the community. Everything we do is to help other people out there in the big city. And I know you're all waiting to just jump in on that one, right? David has some numbers to share with us.
Right, so I actually went ahead and logged into MyLion. MyLion is the single place that all Lions throughout the world go to record the service opportunities, service projects, the activities that we do as a worldwide community. I just want to share some numbers real quick. These numbers only represent the Katy Lions Club, and we started these numbers on July 1st of 2021. And we go until June 30th of 2022. So we still have about 2.5 months left to go. So far this year, we have concluded 185 service projects and service opportunities. That represents about 4 service projects per week. Those service projects, we've done, we did blood drives, we've done vision screening, yes. We've done a lot of different activities. So that's all us. That's separate from what our Leo's Club does, which Nancy has those numbers, I think. We also do toy drives. We did the carnival. So again, we're constantly active in the community, and we would love each and every one of you to come out and participate if you're not already. But of those 185 service activities, we have served over 265,000 people. Let that number sink in. 265,000. Now, for reference, Sheila, there are only a little over 19,000 residents in the city of Katy, according to the latest census. So we have served more than 10 times as many people as live in the city of Katy. We have concluded over 19,000 volunteer hours as an organization. And again, this is just the Katy Lions Club. We just recently accepted our 34th member. So we are doing thousands and thousands of hours of service as an organization, as a club. And as a result of our service, as a result of our activities, as a result of our projects, we have helped the community raise over $51,000, almost $52,000. And that's the direct impact of what happens when you're a Katy Lion. You can help contribute towards the largest activity in the world you are one of the biggest impactors of change in this world. So, thank you. Carol?
Before we start, does anyone have any questions? Burning questions on Lionism? Y'all know then. Great, okay. We'd like to introduce, we're very excited to have Miss Christy Davila. She's from
Hello, my name is Christy Davila. I'm 37 years old. Before I get started and express what I am, I come from the north side of Houston. It's not Humble, Spring, Woodlands, or Atascocita. It's straight the north side of Houston, Berry Road and 45. That neighborhood raised me when I was a kid. That neighborhood picked me and my siblings up to take us to the dentist when my mother couldn't afford a vehicle. I come from working education 15 years. I go in the medical field 3 years because why? Loving the children don't pay the bills, right? I go in the medical field, double money, loving my job. I'm working 15 hours a day. I'm actually one of the essential workers transporting the COVID, blood, tissue, organs, you name it, I was carrying it. It wasn't until last year that a doctor told me to read my own mother's life insurance policy. Today my mother's battling stage 4 cancer with no living benefits. At that moment, a knife stabbed me in my heart and I said, wait, why don't I know this language? I went to college. I worked in the education and I went into the medical field. Coming from the north side of the Houston in the middle class, lower class neighborhood, I figured, why don't my community know this language? Because what's happening in the reality of our families is when the glue passes away in the family, what's really happening is we're breaking up. We're breaking up because we're so worried about who paid what for the benefit, who showed up to the benefit, and then we're at the funeral watching that casket like, damn, this family had to go through 3 benefits to bury their loved one. But if somebody can come into our neighborhoods, into everybody's communities and just teach them what a real definition of a real dollar bill is, because us growing up, we've seen clean money and dirty money, we've seen the arguments, the fights, the killings, the what did that educate us for today? The dream was to go to college, because the college is gonna pay the world, but the college put me in debt. So when I go into the educational field, I love the kids. But you know, when we're growing up and things happen in our lives, we stay quiet and we put it underneath the rug. We're taught to stay quiet and put it underneath the rug. When I go into the educational field, guess what? That rug is just a little bit bigger. Working with HISD, there's things you can do, but guess what? You can't step out your boundaries because you have a heart. You can't help these kids. You gotta do your job. So what do? You stay quiet and you put it underneath the rug. So are we really doing these jobs for passion, of helping who needs the help, right? The medical field, oh, that rug is just a little bit bigger. There's so much that we do, but guess what? You gotta stay quiet and we gotta put it on the rug. I just learned this language last year at 36 years old. It's like if I don't know it and I was educated, guess what? My family don't know it, my friends don't know it, and my community don't know it. Boys and Girls Clubs today, these kids are going to school, going to the Boys and Girls Club after school. Parents are out working. Parents don't have the time to be with their kids no more. So what are the kids? They're being raised by their siblings. They're going to these Boys and Girls Clubs, and then they get to a certain age and the streets are raising them. But we don't have a mentor. We don't have somebody to educate us and guide us the right way, because at the end of the day, students don't want to hear it from their teachers. And they don't want to hear it from their parents, but if they can hear it from somebody that they can relate to without being judgmental, and guess what? That takes us. The ones that have been through the storms, the ones that have gone through it and have overcome it, became survivors out of it, we're the ones that are going to make the impact. These Boys and Girls Clubs today, they're board games, but when they're at home, they're on these electronics. We need to bring the Boys and Girls Youth Program back, but in the new hip of things. Electronics is taking over. We need to get into their brains in the world that they are in now. These electronics, these games, board games, it's not going to teach them about today. The language that I learned today, if I would have learned it at 18 years old, guess what? I wouldn't have been struggling, working 3 jobs, overworked, underpaid. I have allowed corporate to tell me how much I'm worth. I've allowed corporate to say when to clock in, when to clock out, when's your lunch, and this, when you can go home to your family. Think about it, every time we work out there for the corporate, when has our family been able to come hang out with us at work? Never. We have been taught to go find a babysitter for our teach our family why we go build somebody else's legacy. I was always the top of what I did in any field that I worked. I've been working since I was 13 years old. Door knocking, I went from door knocking to telemarketing, educator to medical field, bartending. I had all kind of gigs. But all I realized when the day the doctor told me to read my own mother's life insurance, it's like, wow, we've been living life too fast and all the wrong reasons. We've been chasing money all our lives. But it's lacking the knowledge of what we need to know today, because guess what? People are dying every day. And there's not the knowledge. So if we are making it normal to have benefits every weekend, to ask for a medical bill, to pay for their funeral, but guess what? You guys are the leaders. I'm the leader. They always come to me. Hey, somebody passed away. Do you want to help donate? Sure, donate. And then now guess what? Now you got to go and help at the benefit. And now you also got to buy a plate at the benefit. And now you're sitting at this funeral like, damn, it hurts. But you know, we can't blame nobody else but ourselves, because the language that we're lacking, because we're living life too fast, chasing money, building somebody else's legacy. These kids need us. The way these kids are being raised today and the way the streets are raising them, these are supposed to be our doctors, our lawyers, our attorneys. I'm scared. But if it wouldn't have been for a doctor who told me to read my own mother's life insurance, I wouldn't have got out of my comfort zone to learn the language of finances that we don't know. I can't protect my mother anymore. But I turned that negative and turned into a positive and said, guess what? There's a family that's out there that needs me. There's a family that I need to educate them what $1 is going to do for them a day. If this would not have been introduced to me, I would have still been working 15, 18 hours a day, quarantined in the hotel, living the life that, what am I really living? We don't have, there's come to a point where you cry yourself to sleep. You cry yourself in the shower, because in your home, you're that superhero. You can't let them see you cry. You can't let them see you fall. But you know, the moment we shut our room door, because we got to do it back over again. But there comes to a point where there's some that have that. They have the house they want. They have the car they want. They have their bank account when they want. But how beautiful does it feel when you have friends and family still struggling to put food on your table? Like, we got to go out there and teach this language to help them. You can't be selfish in this. And what I learned with the business that I'm rating, our team is number 4 in the entire Houston office for protecting the most families. I'm not out there looking for sharks. I need to help people save $10 and $20 a month. I'm selling policies of $9 a month, because at the end of the day, it's not about a paycheck. Because somebody sold my mother a life insurance policy based on a paycheck. They robbed my mother for her life, and there's nothing I can do about it. We only have one parent. I'm losing mine. And instead of crying on it and thinking the road is over, I got to turn that into a negative and change it to a positive. Let me go out there and help these kids. Because these parents are passing away, but guess what? These kids are being left behind. And the system ain't taking care of them. And if we ain't leaving our kids with no money, guess what? Our friends and family ain't going to take care of them. Nobody's going to take care of our children like us. And it ain't going to be, it's got to be the ones that got to step out of their comfort zone and go learn this language and go teach them. I was at 36 years old and I barely learned the definition of what finance literacy is. The definition I was taught growing up was, you make this money, go shopping, go club, go VIP, live the nice vehicle. But all of that gave me what? I can't protect my mother at the end of the day. And there's so many leaders in our communities, and I go back to my community because we're from the north side. I grew up from the projects, right across the street from the projects, so I saw it all. If we ain't teaching these kids who is, because the Boys and Girls Club, board games, it's past that. We need to teach them how to save money, how to open up a bank account, how to buy a house. Because these neighborhoods, the renters, they're paying more than these homeowners. Because they don't know the language, they don't understand it. And because we don't understand it, we don't question it. But you know, the problem of today is we have allowed a stranger to take care of everything for us. Our car insurance, our life insurance, our bank, our medical, everything we own, we have allowed a stranger to take care of it. But what about us? We need to make sure our home is protected. We gotta make sure our family knows this language. Because they don't love you and care about you enough to make sure you're 100% protected in anything. Because at the end of the day, they're in this business just for a check. Our families are hurting every single day, and we're thinking, no wonder we're mentally broke and tired and hungry. Why are we dying younger? Because we're tired and hungry and fighting for a dollar bill every single day. So you know what I decided? I decided to quit my medical job because I was already broke. My bank account was already negative. I'm already 15 hours away from my children. Let me be broke anyways. Let me learn this while being broke still, because there's a family that needs me. So I consider myself a superhero for families. Because you know what? A doctor takes 10 years, up to 10 years to go get that degree to diagnose somebody. Well, guess what? My degree only took, my little certification Texas license only took me 24 hours to get that license. So when I say I'm a superhero for families, this doctor's about to diagnose you, but guess what? I'm protecting you before he diagnoses you to pay for your medical bill and your prescriptions and get you out of debt while you're still alive. But guess what? If this doctor diagnoses you on a terminal, guess what? This superhero just protected you to prepare you for a funeral. We've been chasing money for all the wrong reasons and all the wrong ways. If we can just teach our communities what a real definition of a dollar bill is and how much it can protect you at the end of the day, this is what we need to bring in these facilities. And so what I did with this company, what I'm doing with this business is I'm building capital and looking for the leaders, because we need to go help these youth. Build a facility to treat them about a trade school. College is not for everybody. But we do need them doctors and lawyers and attorneys. But the way they're growing up, I'll be scared. But if we can bring a facility to these neighborhoods to teach them about these finances and teach them how to save money and buy a house at a young age, guess what? They're not going to wait till they're 36 years old to wake up and finally realize, wow, I've been living life all the wrong ways. Our kids need us. And again, I say it doesn't take somebody with a lot of money. It doesn't take somebody that's been educated. It takes somebody that's lived the storms. Let's teach them the pros and cons so they don't do it, and let's get them to be successful a little faster than us. Knowledge is free. Hugs are free. A lot of these kids just need a hug. They need a mentor. I go to the middle schools and high schools now, and I mentor students, and the stories I hear from them is like, wow. Wow. I need more leaders like me to step up, because the glue's passing away and the family's only breaking up. It's the next generation leaders that need to step up and go learn it for the next one. So while me being in this business now, been in it in a year, like I said, we're one of the top, we're number 4 in the entire Houston area protecting the most families. But guess what? I'm leaving legacies for families. There's less benefits and less GoFundMes, because GoFundMes, they're taking your money at the time of need. So who's scamming who? These jobs, they're letting you know how much you're worth. Who's scamming who? We know our worth, our own worth. We know how much we can put on the table. And if you have a big heart, go out there and duplicate yourself. And these kids need us. But thank you guys so much for letting me be a part of this and speaking with y'all. Anybody have any questions for me?
Yeah, so tell me more about that trade school concept you have.
So what we want to do with the, because what we do, we represent 20 different life insurance companies, AIG, National Life, Mutual, Omaha, Select. So these companies, what we make, these companies, they like to provide for the community. They like to give checks to go out to the community. Laptop, jacket, you name it. But with this facility, with these companies, what I'm wanting to do is bring this facility, because in our neighborhood, there's not a skating rink, there's not a movies, there's nothing productive for our kids. So we can bring something in. There's an art room, there's a studio room, there's a cooking room, there's a mechanic room. But guess what? This is a facility that's going to be free. A non-profit for the kids where there's no excuses. It's also going to have a sleeping room. Our kids are running away. Now they have a room to sleep in without having to be charged, or who they got to pay. A closet room. My mother, all her life, resale shop. That's all my mother ever wanted, was a resale shop. This was her hobby. So now, a Vicky's Closet. We have storages of resale clothes and dresses and shoes. That Vicky's Closet there, whoever needs, come and get it. Prom come, these girls are so, they don't have the money for it. Guess what? Vicky's Closet has them. Come get your size. We need a facility for these kids so that they can feel home, they can feel the love, they can feel the welcome. Some of them need to learn how to read and write. Guess what? We'll have one of those rooms. Art, how many people of these kids are artists? But they're not gonna come pull out the talent out of the neighborhood. We gotta pull them out and show them. We gotta expose them to the things that we're going through, the activities that we could have there. We also just partner up with a program called Kids Meals. This is a program that serves food to children 5 and under in their homes. Their parents, this company goes and delivers food to these homes. They eat it every single day, 5 and under. So we haven't even touched the surface of what we're doing with this business, but it's slowly getting there. We're getting these leaders and the investors to come together. And just like right now in our community, Marshall Middle School is an HISD school who HISD's funding can't even pay for the dysfunctional water fountains at these schools. So the community is having to raise. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. Like, this is what this school. These are our kids that are in this school and they're going to this school. There's no dysfunctional water fountain. Yes, ma'am.
Lions Club already participate in Kids Meal, not this particular club, but all over, so that's really popular.
Thank you so much.
Where and how soon do you, what do you
Asking for the facility. How soon for the facility?
for this facility?
Yeah, the facility she's talking about.
How soon are you trying to raise funds, so what is the,
Are you creating a
how can we
facility or
help
you
you
have
the
one?
most, is the question.
Miracle.
Because you have a lot, yeah, you
I
have
have a lot of, my vision is big.
What's your number one priority though?
Teaching these kids about finances.
Teach the children, oh, okay.
The lack of finances that we were lacking.
Okay, so you think Lions Club, if we get to go into the various schools, we could work with them on finances if the
If
teachers
we can
allow?
set up after school
Or
programs
after
with
school,
schools,
okay.
we can go in there and teach them, because then, you know, we're like the big brothers, big sisters. We teach them about everything. We could be that friend. We could be that mentor. We can teach them about the finances and things.
What area are you representing?
We represent AIG, National Life, Mutual Omaha, American National, SILAC, Foresters.
Okay.
We represent over 20 of them.
Yeah.
And
wow.
Bonnie and Clyde, how many know Bonnie and Clyde? Y'all remember that criminal couple, Bonnie and Clyde, years ago?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? American National is the company that paid out their death benefit. We represent that company. We just make life insurance look cool. We get rewarded because we're
You
protecting
personally, that's what I'm trying to, you personally sell the life insurance, so is that your?
That is my
occupation?
full-time job now. So what I did, I left my medical job and I have families to go protect because since I didn't know the knowledge to protect my own, that's my passion of what I do with the business.
Okay.
But me being in this business is the capital that we're building together, and we have a team that we're building together where we can get a facility for our kids.
Okay.
Like a trade school to teach them about different trades.
And have, at a young age, learn about finances, so if a horror strikes the family, they'll already know that, hopefully they have some kind of insurance to help.
Do you have a facility now though, or not?
No, sir, we do have.
So you're looking-
We already searching, we already, so one of our ladies that I just met, who runs an art program, she was gifted a building already. We're barely gonna partner up with her to discuss how we're gonna combine both of them together. If all goes well, yes ma'am.
Yeah, so how can Lions Club assist? What exactly are you looking for? Yeah, what are you looking for? What can we do as a Lions Club?
We can bring this into the schools.
So do you need funding to bring it into the schools, or do you need volunteers that are financial savvy to be able to teach the kids? Or both?
Are you looking
I
for
think a little bit
funding?
of both.
A little bit of both.
Yes ma'am.
Okay, I do know that schools already have after-school programs where they are going to have us to partner with the schools because we can't just go and search for after-school programs. So we'll probably need to partner with them to make certain that they're getting those educational needs and understanding.
With her and trying to get her more into,
So that may be
I
a
got
start.
funding people.
Yes ma'am.
When you're talking about after-school.
Because what I'm triggering on the business side is like these 18-year-olds that are going, like they're seniors, they go through our entrepreneurship program, teach them about this, they get their state license, knowledge, but guess what? We just set them up to be their own boss.
What's the age that you're looking
For the facility that we want to make it a nonprofit 24 hours, it's all ages. But when it comes down to the finances part of that part of the department would be 18 and older.
So your vision is to like have different class areas, culinary, tool and die, things of that
Yes,
vocational
yes, sir.
type thing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You and I need to meet, because I have financial people that I can probably put you in contact with that will fund money to help with that. But we gotta have a
A floor plan.
yeah, we gotta have more of a concise
I just have a
thing.
vision.
Right.
And I have a team that's coming together. We have facilities that we've already seen, but that's our next step is how can we implement this into the schools when we're putting this together.
Let's meet after the meeting, maybe once a week or something, we can do a brainstorm and I can kind of cut it down to the investors,
I appreciate
okay?
that, sir.
Have y'all built the 501 yet?
No, sir. No, sir.
Well, he's your lawyer right here.
Well, that excites me. Yes.
No, I'm not a lawyer. I'm a finance guy.
Yeah, it's my first meeting.
It would have to be something that, I guess, with the leaders coming together and putting it on the table of how to do it. What we know, what the language that I just learned was from the company that we're working with and all the companies, the different services and products that we're working with. So I think it's kind of the more brainstorming we have on a table, we put the ideas together, create.
I'm guessing with also your educator's background, you know how to write curriculum.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Any other questions?
Any other questions? Oh, yeah.
Is there a targeted ethnicity change?
I'm looking for middle class and lower class. That's the communities I want to really touch into it. And those are the ones that are really.
In Katy, and a lot of these kids, they live in Katy, but they're middle class and lower class as well.
Yes, sir.
If they live in Katy, they'll make them. There's some good in Katy.
Yes, sir. And those are the ones that are lacking the language. That's why I go through this as the daily I was one of those. Thank you. That language wasn't taught. All we knew was welfare. You know, this week was giving out free gifts. This week was giving out free. That's all we were.
Sprite, who orders Sprite?
You know, so we just learned the language and know that we can be for ourselves.
Okay.
Does your name have a special meaning?
My team name is, so our company name is PHP.
No, but you, Davila, that's such a pretty name.
Thank you. So the company I'm contracted with is PHP. It's called People Helping People. But our team name is EK, which is Empowerment Key. Because we have the key to help families bury their loved ones without thinking it's normal to come up with $10,000 to $25,000 a week. But I also have the same key to help families have more time with their family, give them a little bit of extra income, and guess what? There's the knowledge of what the finances are. Our company does have a website, PHP Agency. Yes, ma'am, it does have a. I have my digital.
I'm coming. Thank you.
My organization is I put stick tabs and cards everywhere, so I feel it's easier. I just did
Let me move it
it
away.
on a text message. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Y'all's time.
Oh, thank you. Out here.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Leslie.
Addition to the family, son, wife just delivered.
First one? We should get cigars.
Mini chili changa combo.